Morning, it's now the 2nd of June 2019 and welcome to my new pond. First of all, I'd like to just apologise to everyone that I've not really stuck any other videos on recently. Like I say, just after I built the pond I did fall well. I'm lucky really to be here, and I just really not had time as well from recovering with things I need to do in the house. You know, the pond's my little hobby, and because there's so much things that need doing in the house as well, you know, I have to keep the wife happy. The wife's happy, I'm happy, and my pond's happy, so that's how it works really. First of all as well, I'd like to say thank you to those that subscribe to my channel. I'm very grateful. If anyone else would like to subscribe, please feel free. The more subscribers I get, the more it encourages you to want to put more videos on. And I'd like to thank all those that have viewed my videos as well. I'm much appreciated. It's a quick one today, just a bit of an update to where we are. I've been out and brought some new fish, which I've stuck in. I have just showed one of the babies. There's one of the babies now, as you can see. You know, a couple of more just coming over here. I don't know if you can see it, there's an orf over there. There's another orf and some goldfish and some comets, and I've got four baby koi which I've stuck in. The golden koi which I've brought, so they should look quite nice when they get bigger. The last video I stuck on was I made the top for the pond, the winter cover sort of thing. That was absolutely fantastic. It's done the job that I wanted it to do. It stopped the pond from freezing, and it keeps the temperature within the pond up a couple of degrees higher than what it is outside, so that's what we want. The fish you can see there, the big fish, the big koi, this pond is actually just a little bit deeper in the middle than 4 foot, and he's more or less close to the bottom, so you know, it just gives you some indication of how clear the water is getting with the EasyPod filter that I use. I've now just got around to obviously fastening all the sides down here. These are now all fastened down and solid. If you can remember, I put a video out about this, the wire. Why have I got the wire going across the pond? Well, I did that in able to stop the herons from getting out the pond. I'd seen something some guy did in America, which he used the same sort of principle. It works, but the only snag is that because I've got nails all around the pond, even though it stops the heron from sort of landing on here and walking, because obviously the nails dig in, they also dig in my hands and rip my hands to pieces, as you can see there on my finger. Like I say, it rips your fingers to pieces, and the wife's going to cut herself on it, so she wants me to get rid of it, so it's back to the net, I'm afraid. So I'm looking at alternatives to the net, because I don't really like having a net. So one alternative is I'm thinking of sticking a pagoda over the pond. Another alternative is maybe doing either the wire again, but making a frame that goes around and then fastening the wire onto the frame so we don't have nails sticking at the top, and then I can lift the frame up and still get in the pond. Yeah, just see one of the baby koi over there. If I try and go over, they might scatter because they are a bit nervous still. So there we go, there's the orf, and there's a comet. I'll go here and pull the net over just a touch. There he is, and if you can see just in the water line there, it is a koi, baby koi. Yeah, so one of the other projects I was going to do was build the filter house, the roof over my filter house. So we'll just quickly go over to the filter house. As anyone will know if they've watched previous videos, I do everything with scrap materials, scrap wood. I don't like spending too much money on the ponds. They're expensive enough as they are. But there's the cover over the filter house. This here, the door is like an old fence panel, which I've used, and I've used the rest of the old fence paneling to go around the inside as the frame for the roof. The roof is made, this side is just some felt that was left over for the shed, and the main structure of the roof is made out of old skirting board that I've ripped out of the house, and some bits of flooring that I've ripped out of the house. And as we go inside, as you can see, it's nothing fantastic. Like I say, old bits of flooring. It does the job. I know there's gaps, but it does the job. It's just a cover, something quick, easy. I put the polythene up, which gives me light inside and gives me light down the side. It doesn't leak, so it still does the job. The polythene was what the sofa came wrapped up in, so I haven't had to buy that. But like I say, it keeps it dry. It gives me what I wanted. What have I got now? I've stuck this bit of stellaging in. Not too sure if I'm going to keep this in as it is, or one other thought I've had is cutting it in half so it's not as big, so it just gives me a bit more space, because I've not got a really big space in there. There's the EasyPod to use. Absolutely brilliant filter. You know, the water, like I say, comes in from the pump, comes up, comes through the pipe, which is down here underneath the beam, drops down on the outside behind this box, goes under the floor, so there's no pipes in the way, and then it comes all the way under the floor. It comes back up here, the shut off valve here, runs through, up into the UV light. You can just see the UV light on, and then flows into the EasyPod. There's the EasyPod. Absolutely brilliant filter, and if you look down there, you can see right the way down to the bottom. That's how clear the water is that's coming in out the pond as well. So yeah, it's really good. Really impressed with it. Really good buy. And all the time I've spent trying to make my own filters, I've not been disappointed with buying it. And by putting a roof over top of it now, actually helps keep it keeps it dry. So if ever the day came when I did feel like not keeping the pond anymore, you know, you can fetch a good price for it, can't you? Obviously you've got your waste, so you pull that up when you want to. So obviously when you clean it, you stick the pipe in. So you put this pipe in the centre, which is there. So you put that pipe in that centrepiece there, water flows up, comes through the channels, and then you turn the bubbles on from there, which diverts your air from your pond back into here, bubbles it all up, gets all the muck out, muck all drops down the other side, and then you just flush it out through here. That flushes down there, goes down, runs to a drain, that's the other side of the garden. This is the return back to the pond, drops down and goes under the floor. You know, now I'd like to get the water running into my filter a little bit quicker. One thought with that would be to obviously stick a bigger pump on, so it pumps the water out quicker out the pond into there. But I need to then pump it out of there quicker than what it is doing at the moment, because the pond is at floor height, and that's more or less, that's a little bit lower down than some of the ponds. It's not ideal, but it doesn't exactly run in the quickest back to the pond, which if I wanted to get it a bit clearer, I'd need that return to be in a little bit faster. So I'm open to suggestions if anyone's got any ideas on how I can get that running faster. I know one is to raise obviously the EasyPod filter higher, but if I go too high in there with the EasyPod filter, it limits me being able to see inside when I want to clean it, which is why it was put down lower. One thought I have had, is it feasible to stick a pump on the outside here, and so it pumps the water back. I don't know if you can do that or not. If somebody knows whether that's feasible, please feel free to let me know. I do appreciate it. And obviously ideas about obviously keeping the herrings out of the pond is a good idea. If people got ideas, I do welcome them as well. But yeah, the only other thing I'm thinking of doing now is I'm going to do a sieve filter, which I'm going to stick at the side here, which will hopefully collect most of the crap that's coming out of there before it gets to the easy pod. So that is another way in which I can probably help get the pond clearer. Another thought I've had is sticking plants in the pond. Now don't really know much about plants for ponds, and I don't know whether do I want plants in it or not. You know, what are your thoughts? Do you think maybe putting plants in would ruin the way it looks, or might improve the way it looks? You know, they do say that the oxygenating plants and some plants help get rid of the algae and everything, so it might help make the pond a bit clearer, which would save me having to get the return flowing back faster. Another thing I'm looking at doing as well, which I'll stick all these in the next video, is sticking a water blade across here. So I think that might look nice. So you'd have like maybe plants in this corner, just in this little bit of an area here, so it's not all over the pond, and have like a water blade running down there. And then another thing I'm looking at is the possibility of where the hole is for the pipes all running out the pond back. I'm thinking of dropping that down so I can do a bit of an overflow system, so it doesn't overflow when it gets a bit too high up here, because it does tend to run under the beams, and I am concerned of water running down the back of the liner, which I don't really want. So maybe that'll help. And I could probably set something up so I can have like an automatic fill up system in the summer, so it just keeps it topped up. But other than that, that's all I've got planned at the moment with the pond. I can get back to you when I've done these things, and if, like I say, anyone's got any ideas to help me to improve things with it, please share them. I would appreciate it. If you'd like to subscribe, like I said, please feel free. You know, the more subscribers the better, and it encourages you to obviously put more videos out. So yeah, so like again, thank you for all those that have taken the time to watch the videos. I'm not the best at making videos, I'll be quite honest with you. You know, I'm not brilliant, but I hope what I do is a little bit helpful for people that are just starting out with ponds. And thank you for watching.